This is a gentle reminder of something very powerful that is already happening inside you right now. Every single day, you are speaking to yourself. You are telling yourself who you are, what you can do, and what you deserve. And the truth is, your mind is always listening. It does not question your words. It simply accepts them and slowly turns them into your reality. Think about it for a moment. The voice inside your head has been with you for years. It speaks in quiet moments, in difficult times, and even in your happiest days. Sometimes it lifts you up, but sometimes it holds you back. And many people don't even realize how much this voice shapes their life. The way you speak to yourself becomes the way you feel, the way you act, and the way you see the world around you. If your inner voice is full of doubt, fear, or criticism, it slowly builds a life that reflects those feelings. But if your inner voice is kind, supportive, and loving, something beautiful begins to happen. You start to feel safe within yourself. You begin to believe in your own worth. You move through life with more ease and confidence. This is how powerful your self-talk truly is. The good news is, this voice is not fixed. It is not something you are stuck with forever. You can change it. You can train it. You can turn it into your greatest support system. And it does not require anything complicated. It begins with a simple choice, the choice to speak to yourself with love instead of judgment. In this journey, you are not trying to become someone else. You are simply returning to a version of yourself that feels whole, worthy, and enough. And it all begins with the words you choose to repeat inside your mind. Because when you start speaking to yourself like the person you want to become, slowly, gently, you begin to become that person. Now let's understand something deeper. Why does self-talk matter so much, more than most people think? The truth is, your thoughts are not just passing words in your mind. They are instructions. Every word you repeat inside yourself sends a message to your brain. And your brain starts shaping your feelings, your actions, and your results based on those messages. From the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, there is a quiet conversation happening within you. It may sound small, but it repeats again and again throughout the day. And over time, these repeated thoughts turn into beliefs. These beliefs then guide how you react to situations, how you treat yourself, and even what you believe is possible for your life. Many people think their life is controlled by outside circumstances, but in reality, a big part of their experience is shaped by what they keep telling themselves every day. If you constantly say, "I'm not good enough," your mind starts looking for proof of that. If you say, "I always fail," your actions slowly begin to match that belief. Not because it is true, but because your mind is trying to stay consistent with what you repeat. But here is the powerful part. This also works in a positive way. When you begin to speak differently, your mind begins to respond differently. When you tell yourself, "I am capable, I am learning, I am growing," your brain starts creating new patterns. You begin to notice opportunities, you feel more confident, and you start taking better actions. Most people are not even aware of what they are saying to themselves. It happens automatically based on old habits and past experiences. But once you become aware, you take your power back. You begin to choose your words instead of repeating them unconsciously. So self-talk is not just about thinking positive for a moment. It is about creating a new inner environment where your mind supports you instead of working against you. And when that shift begins, everything in your life starts to shift with it. Now let's look at something many people try to ignore: the hidden damage of negative inner dialogue. The words you say to yourself may feel normal because you have heard them for so long, but that does not mean they are harmless. In fact, they slowly shape how you see yourself and what you believe you deserve in life. When your inner voice is harsh, it often speaks in quiet, familiar ways. It may say things like, "I'm not enough," "I can't do this," or "nothing ever works out for me." These thoughts may come and go quickly, but their impact stays. Every time you repeat them, your mind takes them as truth, and over time, they become a part of your identity. This kind of self-talk creates doubt. It makes you question your abilities even before you try. It creates fear, so you hold yourself back from opportunities that could change your life. It builds a feeling of limitation where you start believing that growth and success are meant for others, not for you. And the hardest part is, it often feels real even when it is not. Negative inner dialogue also affects how you feel emotionally. It can create stress, sadness, and a constant sense of pressure inside you. You may feel like you are always falling short, no matter what you do. And when you feel this way, your energy becomes low, your motivation fades, and your actions become smaller. But here is something important to understand. These thoughts are not facts. They are learned patterns. They may have come from past experiences, from other people's words, or from moments when you felt hurt or uncertain. But they do not define who you truly are. Once you begin to see this clearly, something shifts inside you. You realize that just because a thought appears in your mind, it does not mean you have to believe it. And this awareness is powerful because it helps you separate yourself from the negativity that has been quietly shaping your life. Now comes the most important shift: awareness. This is the first step to changing everything. Before you can speak to yourself in a new way, you have to notice how you are already speaking to yourself. And this may feel simple, but it is very powerful. Most of your thoughts run on autopilot. They come quickly, without effort, and you don't even question them. A negative thought appears, and you accept it without thinking. It feels like the truth because it sounds familiar. But the moment you slow down and start noticing these thoughts, something begins to change. Awareness means you start watching your inner voice instead of being controlled by it. You begin to catch those quiet sentences that say, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up." And instead of agreeing with them right away, you pause. You simply notice them without judging yourself. This is important. You are not trying to fight your thoughts or force them to disappear. You are just becoming aware of them. Because when you see something clearly, it loses its power over you. It is like turning on a light in a dark room. What once felt strong and real starts to feel lighter and less true. At first, this may feel new. You may forget and fall back into old patterns, and that is okay. This is not about being perfect. This is about gently bringing your attention back again and again. Each time you notice your thoughts, you are creating space between you and them. And in that space, you gain a choice to continue the old pattern or to begin something new. Awareness gives you that choice. It is the doorway to change, the moment where you stop living on autopilot and start guiding your own mind with intention and care. As you continue this practice, you will realize something beautiful. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. And once you understand this, you are ready to begin speaking to yourself in a completely new way. Now that you are becoming aware of your thoughts, the next step is gentle but powerful, choosing love over criticism. For a long time, your inner voice may have been strict, judgmental, or even harsh. It may have pushed you by pointing out your flaws, thinking that this is how you improve. But the truth is, growth does not come from punishment. It comes from love, patience, and understanding. When you begin to choose love in the way you speak to yourself, everything starts to feel different. Instead of saying, "Why am I like this?" you softly shift to, "It's okay, I am learning." Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you begin to say, "I am enough, even as I grow." These small changes may seem simple, but they carry a very deep energy. They create a sense of safety within you. And when you feel safe inside yourself, you open up. You stop fighting who you are, and you start supporting who you are becoming. This is where true change begins. Because when your mind feels supported, it becomes easier to try again, to move forward, and to believe in better outcomes. Choosing love does not mean ignoring your mistakes or pretending everything is perfect. It means speaking to yourself in a way that helps you grow instead of holding you back. It means treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer to someone you deeply care about. At first, this may feel unfamiliar. You might not fully believe the kind words you say to yourself, and that is okay. What matters is that you keep choosing them anyway. Over time, your mind begins to accept this new tone. It starts to trust it, and slowly, that loving voice becomes your new normal. This is how you begin to rebuild your relationship with yourself. Not through pressure, not through fear, but through love. And when your inner world becomes loving and supportive, your outer world begins to reflect that same energy. Now let's take this even deeper. Speak to yourself as the person you want to become. This is where real transformation begins. Instead of talking from your current fears or doubts, you begin to speak from your future self. the version of you who is confident, calm, strong, and already living the life you desire. Most people say things like, "I want to be confident," or "I hope things get better." But these words keep what you want at a distance. They remind your mind that you don't have it yet. Now imagine shifting your words to, "I am confident. I am growing every day. Good things are coming to me." These words send a completely different message. They tell your mind that this is already your reality. Your mind responds to what you repeat the most. It does not always know the difference between what is real and what is practiced again and again. So when you speak as if you already are that person, your brain starts to adjust your thoughts, your feelings, and even your actions to match those words. This is not about pretending or forcing something fake. It is about gently guiding your identity in a new direction. You are planting new beliefs inside your mind, and with time, those beliefs begin to feel natural. The more you repeat them, the more familiar they become, and slowly they replace the old story you used to believe. At first, it may feel strange. You might hear a voice inside saying, "This is not true." But that voice is just the old pattern trying to stay in control. You don't need to fight it. You simply continue speaking in your new way with calm and patience. Over time, something beautiful happens. The gap between who you are now and who you want to be starts to close. Your words begin to match your feelings. Your feelings begin to shape your actions, and your actions begin to create real change in your life. And this is how, step by step, you become the person you have been speaking into existence. Now let's understand the one thing that makes all of this truly work: repetition. Changing the way you speak to yourself is not something that happens in one moment. It happens through small, consistent steps, repeated again and again. This is how your mind learns. This is how old patterns are replaced with new ones. Your brain is used to hearing the same thoughts for a long time. Those thoughts have created strong pathways inside your mind. So when you begin to speak in a new, loving way, it may not feel natural at first. It may even feel like nothing is changing. But this is where repetition becomes powerful. Every time you repeat a new thought, you are slowly building a new path. Think of it like this: the more you walk on a path, the clearer it becomes. In the same way, the more you repeat kind, supportive words to yourself, the stronger they become in your mind. At first, the old thoughts may still feel louder, but with time and consistency, the new thoughts begin to take their place. This is why it is important to stay consistent. Even on days when you don't feel like it, you don't need to say everything perfectly. You don't need to feel fully confident. You simply need to show up and repeat the words with gentle intention. Each repetition matters more than you think. Over time, these words stop feeling like something you are trying to believe. They begin to feel like your natural way of thinking. You start to notice that your reactions change. You feel calmer, more positive, and more in control of your inner world. So don't rush the process. Trust it. Keep repeating the words that support the person you are becoming. Because with enough repetition, what once felt new and unfamiliar will slowly become a part of who you are. Now let's go even deeper. It's not just about saying the words. It's about feeling them. Because words without feeling have very little power, but words with emotion can truly begin to change you from within. When you speak to yourself, your mind listens, but your heart is what gives those words meaning. If you simply repeat affirmations without any connection, they may feel empty. But when you pause, breathe, and gently feel the meaning behind the words, something begins to shift inside you. Even a small feeling of belief, a tiny sense of calm, or a moment of hope is enough to start creating change. You don't have to force strong emotions. You don't need to pretend or push yourself too hard. Just allow yourself to feel even a little softness in your words. For example, when you say, "I am safe," take a moment to feel what safety could be like. When you say, "I am worthy," allow yourself to imagine what it feels like to truly believe that. At first, this may feel unfamiliar, especially if you are used to being hard on yourself. But that's okay. This is a new experience for your mind and your heart. The more you gently connect with your words, the more real they begin to feel. And when they feel real, they begin to stay. Emotion is what helps your mind accept new beliefs. It sends a deeper message beyond just words. It tells your whole system that this is important, that this matters, and that is when real reprogramming begins. So as you continue this practice, slow down. Don't rush through the words. Let them sink in. Let them touch something inside you. Because when you truly feel what you are saying, you are no longer just repeating words. You are becoming them. Now, as you continue this journey, there is something very important to remember. Trust the process and let go of doubt. Change does not always happen instantly. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is slow. But that does not mean it is not working. There may be days when you feel strong and connected to your words, and there may be days when old thoughts come back. You might wonder if you are doing it right, or if anything is really changing. This is normal. It is part of the process. Your mind is simply adjusting to something new. Instead of fighting these moments, learn to be gentle with yourself. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to rush your growth. Every time you choose a loving word, every time you become aware of a negative thought, you are already moving forward. Even small steps are creating change within you. Letting go of doubt does not mean you will never question yourself again. It means you choose not to let doubt control you. You allow it to pass, just like any other thought, and you return to your new way of speaking with patience and calm. Trust that your effort is not wasted. Trust that your mind is listening, even when you don't see results right away. Trust that something deeper is shifting inside you, little by little, day by day. When you stay consistent and kind to yourself, the results will come. They may come in small ways at first: a calmer reaction, a more positive thought, a moment of confidence. And over time, these small changes become your new reality. So keep going, even when it feels quiet. Keep choosing love, even when doubt appears. Because this journey is not about being perfect. It is about becoming, slowly and surely, the person you are meant to be. And now, as we come to the end of this journey, take a quiet moment to be with yourself, to notice how far you have already come. You are no longer unaware of your thoughts. You are no longer repeating words without meaning. You are now choosing, with intention, how you speak to yourself. And that is powerful. Remember this: every word you say inside your mind is shaping you. Every gentle thought, every loving sentence, every moment of awareness is building a new version of you. You are not stuck. You are not limited. You are growing, even in ways you cannot yet see. There is no need to rush. There is no need to be perfect. Just keep showing up for yourself with patience, with kindness, and with love. Keep speaking as the person you are becoming. Keep feeling your words. Keep trusting the process. Because slowly, quietly, beautifully, you are becoming it. And if this message resonated with you, if you felt even a small shift within yourself, take a moment to support this journey. Like this video, share it with someone who may need these words. And let me know in the comments what you are choosing to speak into your life from today. And if you want more gentle reminders like this, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this space where you can always return to yourself.